Hi guys, welcome to your August 2021. This is going to be the you versus them reading for the beautiful sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams, and let's go ahead and try to give my beautiful, beautiful Leos a round of applause. All right, so everything you need is below in the description box. Let's go ahead and get started. So there clearly is something that has went on between my Leo masculine and feminine collective. Let's go ahead and get started with the overall energy for the Leo masculines, which is strong. You right now are trying to be the kings of the jungle. This is the Ace of Wands as well as the Strength card. Let me switch arms here so I can go ahead and go into an explanation of your overall energy. Hold on. There we go. I hope that's straight. Hold on. I can't tell. There we go, guys. All right. So obviously an Ace of Wands is just what it is. It is, you know, using your creative force. Very, very much so. It's displaying your courage. Very, very much so displaying your enthusiasm. And this is exactly what you do best, my masculines. And that is the Ace of Wands. Along with that is the Strength card. I know that you are trying to exercise self-control. You're trying to have a little bit of patience and you're trying to tap into your strength. Typically what ends up happening in an energy like that is this particular Strength card has to exercise passion, but more importantly, it has to you have to go and operate from a place of compassion more so than anything. And when you're asked to operate from a standpoint of compassion, then it's obvious that there is something that has went on and that you're being called to be strong because you are typically partially to blame for whatever is going on in your life right now. So you're being guided to look at it from that standpoint. Okay. All right. This is where it gets different. Okay. So our Leo feminine right now is operating in their overall energy of a Six of Pentacles. Okay. And a Six of Pentacles overall only mission, okay, is to bring balance. It is trying to go from a standpoint of not trying to be on more than one side than the other. We want to make sure that we're in balance. We want to make sure that we're doing things from a standpoint of, let me switch and get my wand, from a standpoint of what makes sense. This is Six Pentacles, if you could see that. Three on one side, three on the other side. Okay. This is a feast. This is a dinner. Some of you guys are going to be going out, having some type of dinner, bringing things together. You're trying to get your minds right, feminines, right now. For some of you guys, this involves friends. For others of you, it involves one another. There definitely was something that went on with you guys, and especially if the masculines is trying to be strong or trying to tap into their strength, there's definitely something that is amiss between you. Also, I want to let you know that this particular Six of Pentacles falls in that energy of in between. So in the past, there was either all or nothing. There was no balance. And when we are operating in the Six of Pentacles, that's exactly what is needed. So my Leo feminines are operating overall in the point where they're trying to get out of the have-nots and move into the haves, or vice versa. Okay. Now, let's talk about the bottom of the deck energy for my masculines, which it lets me know the energy that you were in or what you're moving away from or where you were in the past that caused the issue between you and feminines, possibly. We are operating in a Six of Pentacles. I'm sorry, a Three of Pentacles. And, you know, it looks like that for the most part, you wanted masculines to kind of work with the feminines on something, but I want to let you know what's interesting about this particular card sometimes is that I'm not going to say that every card that is a Three of anything, you know, is coming from a standpoint of third party energy. But what I will say to you is that third pentacle sometimes can represent something that drives a wedge between you and your feminines, especially if the feminine energy overall wants to bring things back to balance. This is only half of what they were trying to do. So that lets me know right there that You were trying to cultivate something with the with your feminine collective, and the feminines are really not liking what you're bringing to the table. There is a question of what you bring to the table, how you bring it to the table, and the fact that something is not balanced. Maybe, you know, they want to move from a Three of Pentacles to a Six, which means that you increase your contribution. You can't get to a Six of Pentacles if you're only bringing that one, and then they have to bring, you know, the other Five Pentacles on their own. This is a metaphor for something not being balanced, okay? You were willing to step up to the plate and do something, but unfortunately, as far as working with feminines, working as a part of a team, building something, but unfortunately for the feminines, it was just not enough, and let's find out why. Overall, for my, at the bottom of the deck for my my feminine is the Eight of Swords. So they were a little scared. They were holding back. This is a blended card. This is also the Justice card. So before we get into Justice, I always start with the minor arcana, or the actual card, the meaning of the card, before I get into the major arcana meaning, okay? This is obviously the Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords represents the fact that there is restriction, there is confusion, and that there is a possible feeling of powerlessness. This also indicates the swords, although you're not looking at the actual traditional meaning for this particular card. This also represents the fact that half of this confusion could be at the feminine's making, because there is a great level of energy in this particular card where you refuse. Whomever is experiencing this is you feel restricted and confused by the circumstances. However, like a troubled relationship. However, your inability to want to move forward or be afraid of accepting something is still a choice. It's still a choice. Some of us get caught in analysis paralysis, where we get so caught, and that's actually this card. Where we get so caught up in the fact that it happened, and we can't get past the fact that it happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? So with this is exactly what that energy is. And this is the type of energy where we're saying, okay, it's an impossible situation. I can be a victim here, or I can go ahead and make the decision that is best for me. And I know that you feel stuck if you're in this energy, but I do have advice for you, my feminines. Remember, you have choices and you do have power. You feel trapped, but you can get out of this. You just have to find your way back to clarity. And you have to put one foot in front of the other to get yourself out of this, okay? But you have every right to be confused. I'm not invalidating that. I'm just saying that sometimes we can get caught up in why it happened. Let's move on into Justice, okay? This also, there we go, indicates to me that there is an extreme injustice that went on, and in the past, you just wanted the person to take responsibility. You wanted them to take the responsibility for their actions. And as a result of them not doing something or not doing so, it caused great confusion. And the fact that you're not getting what you want from the person, feminine, makes you feel trapped and useless. Okay. All right. So I got into that. Let's go ahead and move into the first energy in our masculine side, which is the Hierophant. Obviously, you guys have went through something. This indicates to me, and it is a blended card. First, we're going to talk about the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles itself is about hard times, is about rejection. It's about, you know, ill health, possibly. My prayers out to you if you're experiencing that. Hard times, this is at its core a financial card. Some types of, you know, a Five of Pentacles just represents lack of several different types, okay? Poor health. Sometimes it can be a signal that you're being rejected or neglecting your body, but I do not feel that. This spiritual component of this particular card is obviously there is something that's been neglected. It could be the commitment. It could be something within yourself that it's an insecurity, but more importantly, it's about feeling left out in the cold. It's also the Hierophant. So my masculines are definitely dealing with the fact that This is something that I've brought on myself. I've done this to myself in this situation. I have to find a way to come out of this, okay? At the core, I feel like there is a question of your commitment to one another. Your actions, masculine, let me know that you put yourself here because, again, as I explained, there is an energy of you being highly reflective right now, especially with your bottom of the deck energy being that Three of Pentacles. That metaphorically to me meant that there was some type of something that you wanted the feminines to accept, maybe half of you, or some type of circumstances that was not conducive to the growth of this relationship. Okay. In addition to that, we know that you're coming to grips with something within yourself, understanding that you have to get to a point where you accept what you brought to the table and fix it. This is also about making the best choices, understanding that there is a growth process with Hierophant and being the higher version of you. When we're talking about the Ace of Swords, this also is indicative of that clarity, of that truth. Okay? A brand new, truthful beginning. Because aces are about beginnings, but more importantly with this particular card, I really feel more so than anything is that you found the clarity that you needed, or you will be coming into the clarity that you need about the situation and having the mental forth and basically just facing the truth at the end of the day. And the truth is, honestly, is that you have a fluctuation of emotions, that your emotions are complicated, that one day you love and the next day you don't love, that there is a very conditional way in the way in which you are showing love. That is the Eight of Cups. On one hand, you want to walk away from feminines. On the other hand, you know, you love the hell out of them. You have to come to grips with that because that's tearing this relationship apart. That is the Eight of Cups, and it is also the moon. So I've went ahead and illustrated the energies, and that energy alone feels very much so Scorpio to me. It feels a mutable energy in addition to your Leo. It feels like it is more than just Leo energy, okay? Now, let's go over to my feminine side. My feminine side, first and foremost, we'll start here, has thrown themselves back into work. They're focusing right now on everything except what is going on in this particular relationship. They're trying to throw themselves into everything that will make them forget about what has broken down between you guys. They're trying to get to a place where they understand what's going on, but at the same time, not delving too much into the situation so it does not hurt them. They think about it and they instantly revert back to work. They have to keep themselves busy so they don't focus on you, masculines. How I know this too is we do have a Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords right here is very, very blunt. Very, very articulate, but when it's upset, when this energy is upset, it's not the greatest. Also, right here, they're holding their cards to their chest. Okay, they're holding their cards to their chest right now. They're probably very hard to read. Masculines, you may be afraid to reach out to feminines. They are definitely chopping through the fat right now. They don't want to be bothered, and they need time to figure it out. Very direct, logical, like they're not speaking about the feelings that they have for you because they're trying to block those feelings out, okay? And finally, they are operating in a Seven of Cups right now. They're trying to figure out exactly what they should do. Again, do I walk away from this? Do I start to date again? Do I allow myself to be bothered with all of this wishful thinking? Every single time they think about this too, it's depressing to them. Feminines, you are in a situation where you know damn well that those options that presents itself in this Seven of Cups are not viable. You know that better than anybody. But at the same time, you are trying to avoid that because you don't want to fall back into those addictive patterns. And that's kind of where you stand. Your top of the deck right now too it's kind of taking you, your mind into all types of places. But before we do that, let's go in order. And so that's where you are. You're at a point right now at work where you're just kind of keeping yourself, keeping to yourself. You are in an energy where you're trying to just stay away from people because you just are stressed out. And I don't see the trip yet, but I do know that this energy has you trying to go. I'll get into that, but it's kind of at the top of the deck. You're trying to just kind of focus on things that make you feel good to keep your mind off of this, okay? Now, on the flip side, the top of the deck from my masculines is the Eight of Wands. They want to reach out, okay? They're going to reach out. They're going to say something to you. I want you to know that this energy, again, is Cupid's arrows of love. Yes, it is an energy, guys, of, the taking the quick action or coming to a conclusion or receiving some type of news. But I want you to know, when you have this much complication between you guys and you're reaching out to me in an energy of an Eight of Wands, that's not going to resolve anything. It's just it's like that Lisa and the Colt Jam line. What's the name of that song? All cried out. My body never knew such pleasure. My heart never knew such pain. That's what it'll be. That's what it'll make you feel like. If you're already confused and you allow yourself, the masculines, first of all, masculines want to reach out because they don't like the pain. Let's face it. And you can jump on which side as you want. I do not determine the gender roles. If you want to know traditionally what your zodiac signs, masculine or feminine energy is, that's below in the description box. I know it. I'm giving it to you as a glossary. So I get a lot of new people that come on and I'm trying to be as neutral as possible and they tell me what I'm telling them. Please don't do that because I'm not telling you anything. There's a lot of people that will hear words but hear something completely different, and it's just like, well, I don't know you in your situation, so how am I telling you anything? I'm just reading the cards. It's hilarious to me. I'm just like, what? So, but I am making a statement as a feminine right now. Yes, men, you guys are babies. I don't care how you feel. We can do a whole lot of stuff. And if you want to argue with me about it in the comments, I'll argue with you because I know your mother said it to you. Your sisters have said it to you. I'm not talking about your individual relationships. I'm just saying, guys, you guys are babies. Period. So this is traditional masculine stuff. I'm talking about a male. It has nothing to do with astrology. Typically, you guys don't take pain the way females do. Period. So that's what this is. And I'm adding my 2 cents on. Now you can charge me for that. Trust me, I can pay my debt. So it feels like, yes, masculines, however, whatever you determine that to be, you are in this energy and you don't want to wait. Let's get it popping. I miss you. I don't want to be without your love. This hurts. I don't like this. That's where you guys are. That's not always the greatest energy to be in when things are left unresolved. Okay. As a result, my feminines are in a Knight of Wands. Now you are kind of walking into the energy where you want to kind of go after what your pursuits are. You want to kind of do something and step outside of the box. The problem is that I don't think this is romantic, but if that's what you want to do, because let me tell you, Leo, you guys will get folks back now when it comes down to being vindictive. Woo, woo. Okay, let me give you guys a woo, 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 woo. Because you guys can get it popping when somebody, and that's both sides. You guys got this, and of course it depends on what else is in your chart. But when you want to get somebody back, only you and that other person to know that what you did. Y'all, you know what? And that's a fixed sign trait. I'm not going to just assign that just the Leos. I mean, the Scorpios do it. The Tauruses do it. Stop playing. The Leos and the Aquarians. Ow. All right, let's go ahead and close you out of here. So that's where you guys are at. Right now, we're going to get into your clarifiers. Of course, we're going to start with the masculines, although ladies are first. Okay. You're pursuing your passions right now, films. I don't think that's of the romantic variety, but my point was for some of you, yes, it is, Mar. Shoot. All right. Masculines are coming up with an energy saying that you inspire them, films. What else do masculine feel? Oh, I am not financially stable. That came out of left field. All right, so that goes back to this Five of Pentacles. If you are experiencing that, my heart goes out to you. There could be some financial loss, especially with everything that we're going through. So that could have also been the reason why, Leo, Leo masculines, you didn't want to jump all the way in the past, because you didn't really feel, and don't even get me started. You didn't really feel as if you could really hold your own. And that's a legitimate masculine thing. No one wants to be in a relationship where they feel like somebody is, taking care of them. And Leos, let's face it, what you get, you want back. What you give, at some point, you better pay it back. Okay. All right. So, and then you have, I won't let you down. So finances is a huge part of what's going on. Take it as it resonates, apply it in your life. If there's been some type of imbalance, if there's been some type of finances, you could take it and apply it to a situation. I'm telling you that this is that your breakdown has a lot to do with the lack of finances. Okay. And then we do have, but your intellect arouses me. This has been really crazy. And then you broke my heart. So that's been crazy. My masculines are right in their feels lately. A lot of my feminines are like, okay, that's what they get, bar. Hey, I gave y'all, listen, what you put out, you want it back, and you want it back the same way. Ain't no getting creative. Show me where my feminines are, please. Good job on doing things new. Oh, I don't want to know. Yep, you are blocking out right now. You are just like, what's going on at work? Sign me up. That's what this is. Oh, you want... Y'all hiring back there where the janitor's at? Sign me up for that. I would do... You can be sitting in the front doing some administrative stuff. Now you want to be a janitor. It doesn't matter. Whatever is going to take your mind off of this, you know that all of these options are not viable. You don't care. Whatever is going to keep your mind on what you're doing with your hands to keep you out your head, feminists, that's where you guys are at. Congratulations on that, though, because what's happening is that some of you guys are probably where we are in time. Okay, I'm going over a little bit. Some of you guys are probably, this is giving you guys a good opportunity to kind of pursue some things you always wanted to do anyway. So, I mean, shout outs to that. There is something good. I know you don't feel the same. So feminines are saying to you masculines that regardless of what your level of pain is, you cannot possibly feel the same way that they feel. Ow, okay? No matter what you thought. Jesus. Okay, you don't feel the same way as me. But I can't get enough of you. So when they allow their minds to go there, they think about you. Whew. Hot and heavy, okay? We have, but I'm not over you. And I do love you. So, masculines, I'm sorry that you're going through some financial trouble. If that's what's going on. Feminines have kind of like, they basically dropped out the game. They no longer want to play the game. They can't get enough of the thought of you. They do love you. They do miss you. But right now, they're really hurt. There's some things that completely broke down here. For some of you guys, with this Eight of Wands, masculine will be reaching back out. And for others of you, you're not going to accept that invitation, okay? Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Thank you guys for being patient. It has been a rough back-to-school week. Wow, I don't even know how I survived. Shout out to all of the parents that sent their child back to what is it, front facing and back to school. It's like, it's so weird. It's like you go back to school, but no, shout out to you guys. It's been rough. And I will see you when we do it again. Bye, guys.